Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we're going to explore the history of South Africa before the arrival of the settlers. South Africa is a country with a rich and diverse history, spanning back thousands of years. Before the arrival of the settlers, South Africa was inhabited by various indigenous people, who lived and thrived on the land for centuries. The first people to settle in South Africa were the San and Khoikhoi, who arrived in the region around 2,000 years ago. They were hunter-gatherers who lived in small communities and survived by hunting, fishing, and gathering wild plants. The San and Khoikhoi were skilled hunters and gatherers who adapted to their environment in remarkable ways. They developed an intricate knowledge of the plants and animals around them, and were able to survive in even the harshest of environments. Over time, the San and Khoikhoi developed distinct cultural and linguistic identities. They were skilled artists, and created beautiful rock art, pottery, and beadwork. Their cultures were rich and complex, and they had their own traditions, beliefs, and social structures. However, the arrival of Bantu-speaking people in the region around 1,500 years ago changed the dynamics of the area. The Bantu-speaking people brought with them a farming-based lifestyle, and their communities grew rapidly. The Bantu-speaking people also introduced new technologies, such as iron tools and weapons, which gave them a significant advantage over the San and Khoikhoi. Over time, the Bantu-speaking people spread across much of South Africa, displacing many of the San and Khoikhoi communities. By the time the first European explorers arrived in South Africa in the 15th century, the region was already home to a diverse range of people and cultures. The first Europeans to arrive in South Africa were the Portuguese, who sailed along the coastline in the late 1400s. They established a few small trading posts along the coast, but did not make any significant impact on the region. It wasn't until the Dutch East India Company arrived in the mid-1600s that South Africa began to change significantly. The Dutch established a settlement at Cape Town, which soon became an important hub for trade and commerce. As the Dutch settlement grew, so did their need for land and resources. This led to conflicts with the indigenous people, which were often violent and brutal. Over time, the Dutch East India Company brought more and more settlers to the region, and the colony of Cape Town began to expand. By the 1800s, South Africa was a patchwork of different communities, cultures, and languages. The indigenous peoples had been largely displaced or subjugated, and the colony of Cape Town was firmly under European control. In conclusion, South Africa's history before the arrival of the settlers is a rich and complex tapestry of cultures, languages, and traditions. The San and Khoikhoi, Bantu-speaking peoples, and many others all contributed to the region's rich history, and their legacies are still felt today. It's important to remember and honor the history of South Africa's indigenous people, and to recognize the significant impact that European colonialism had on the region. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.